Hey YouTubers, Grimmy here with a video review for Transformers Generations Fall of Cybertron Grimlock. As you can see, he's a pretty big figure. Nice, big, bulky, just like Grimlock should be. We have a nice image of his dinosaur mode here. Looks pretty good. And it actually continues on to the side where you can see his tail, and you got all kind of Grimlock footprints all over it, which is pretty sweet. On this side you can actually see that they really had to stuff him in there because this package is almost too small for Grimlock. And on the back we have the bio. We got the images of Grimlock in robot and dinosaur mode. And here we have his bio. And we have his tech specs, which are pretty accurate to Grimlock. But yeah, it's a nice package. So why don't we get him out of it and see how he looks. Okay, now we got Grimlock opened up and in his dinosaur mode. And it's a pretty nice one. Only real downside is the super fat tail. And wow, that is a big tail, but yeah. Otherwise, he's a pretty good one. You know, it's a nice, it's a decent dino mode, and it works well for the line. It's pretty accurate to the Fall of Cybertron game model, so I'd say it works out well enough. As you can see, you can store his weapons on his thighs, which, if you don't want them there, they just pop right off. We'll get those off real quick. And they're of this nice translucent orange material, as you can see. They work very good, and we'll get more into those into robot mode. Articulation-wise, all he can really do is move his arms. Although he does have this other action feature where he can open his jaw and it lights up blasting fire red lights, and the LED in there is really good. Yeah, so it's a nice strong LED light, really illuminates the whole face. Goes right through the plastic and lights up that Autobot symbol very well. As you can see, it's very bright. You got the Autobot symbol on his head. And it's, like I said, it's a pretty nice figure, nice sculpt. But there's not much more to go into it, so let's get him to robot mode. Okay, now that we got Grimlock in robot mode, yeah, he's a pretty big one. You know, he's a nice size Voyager class, and works pretty well for a representation of Grimlock. For a quick size comparison, here he is with Fall of Cybertron Optimus Prime. As you can see, Grimlock is much bigger, which is appropriate for a Voyager class. But yeah, that looks good. Another size comparison, the Predacon Laserback. And Laserback is a big deluxe, so Grimlock is a pretty big Voyager too. But yeah, he's a nice sized one. He is very game accurate, and would fit in nicely on a classic shelf too. That action feature with the light up is still in effect. It actually lights up his chest now, just because of the way the head transforms. And on his chest, you can see more like the Dinobot custom symbol from the game. So really helps set him apart from other versions of Grimlock. The build is nice. The color scheme's pretty basic. You got your silvers and golds, and also red and black. He does have the red visor, which actually is well light piped. That actually shows it off very well too. As you can see, yeah, the light piping actually works very well with him. For a little better view of that feature, as you can see, the symbol just lights up. The LED is actually set right behind his chest, so it'll light up right at the symbol, which is nice. His weapons are his shield, which will peg in on either side, right at the wrist, and his nice sized sword, which just goes into his hand like so. And there you got Grimlock ready for battle. And this is a nice looking figure. For articulation, he has a ball jointed head. Only slight up and down movement though. He has this kind of swivel at the shoulder. Moves at the shoulder. Nice heavy ratchet at the shoulder for in and out. And these are ratchet joints too, so yeah. He has a swivel at the bicep, ratcheted elbows, swivel at the wrist, no waist joint, but that's okay. His legs got forward, backward ratchet joints, in and out to that far. He's got ratcheted knees, but with the way his transformation joints are, there's another joint right at the bottom of the leg, so that might give before the knee joint does. And no articulation at the toe, really. But that's okay. You can still get a fair amount of poses out of this guy, and he looks pretty good doing them. Oh yeah, he also has the swivel above the, like at the thigh, so almost forgot. Oops. Okay, just be careful about that swivel joint in his shoulder. It's one of those that can come out rather easily. But yeah, you can actually get a nice pose out of him. Like he's ready to charge at you. So yeah, I definitely like this figure, and I do highly recommend him. You can find him at stores now. He's just starting to show up. I'm in Florida, so he's probably already available wherever you are. So feel free to go get him. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed the review, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.